Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. So here we're doing an acrylic design set for my client here. I've e-filed everything back to the really thin layer. Now I'm going to come in on this with CJP Coral Reef. Oh my god, it is such a lush colour, I absolutely love it. My first time using it today. So there, I'm just tucking it in at that cuticle area there, just wiping my brush off. Using my size 10 CJP brush as well. And as you can see, my beads aren't always big enough to cover the whole nail because I use such a small brush, but that's fine, I'll just come back in with another bead. It's just how I prefer to work. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's got such a beautiful little shimmer in it as well. It's really, really pretty. So I've left this application in real time for you. So the video is fairly long because of that. And you'll see the state of my paper towel gets in. I'm such a messy worker, honestly. Can't help it. Just pat and press and push that into shape so you're happy with everything. Always checking the angles of the nail, down the barrel of the nail, the sides and everything. Make sure you've got the product on. Make sure your apex is in the correct place. Which you don't need a massive apex on this now because obviously they're quite short. And then I'm just going to come in with a little bit of like a little light iridescent glitter. I think this one's from Diamond Glitters. It was from a stacker. I think it was the New Year's Eve stacker. Oh no, it's the Festive stacker designed by Sonia Williams. Obviously I don't think that one will be available anymore. So I've skipped right ahead to this middle finger. I'm going in again with the Coral Reef. Again, just making it nice and smooth. I'm only coming in with a thin layer of this on this now because I'm going to do an encapsulated rose on this now, but I just obviously wanted a bit of colour behind it. Trying to keep my application as neat as possible so that there's less filing to do afterwards. So again, coming back in with that Coral Reef, tucking it right in those corners there, make sure it's nice and flush. And I'm just going to pat and press and pull it down the nail. I think we just left this was one of the full nail of Coral Reef in this finger. There's another small bead in there just to make sure there's a strength on the end of that, for the edge. Excuse my dog belching in the background, sorry about that. So coming back to this middle finger, I'm going to come in and do a encapsulated rose. So for this I'm using my CJP size 2 brush and Milky Pink. I just thought the Milky Pink would be slightly softer against that background colour rather than the Snow White. So you kind of just want to make it, I just kind of make mine to a little worm shape, slightly curved, and then leave it for a minute and then press it out. So you want to leave the point of the brush in the centre of the nail and then push out with like the belly of the brush. So again, I'm just going in my second petal, so I'm just stretching it out, and I kind of want it to join on from where that first petal ends. Don't want it to be an exact join, but you want it to just sort of flow off from that point so that it's all together. Again, leaving it until it goes matte looking before you start pressing and working it out. My nail room was pretty warm today, so it was setting quite fast. And what I tend to do is once you've pressed it out flat, just put your brush under just the centre, in the centre, and just give it a little wiggle just from underneath so that it looks like there's a bit of movement from the petals. Because obviously we want this to be quite flat because we've got to encapsulate as well, but we want it to look like it's not a sticker stuck to the nail, if you get what I mean. So again, just popping that one right next to where the last petal stops. And I'm just wiggling the petals, just give them a bit of movement. So as you work inwards, you kind of want your beads to be getting smaller, obviously, because your petals are getting smaller as well. So now that one's added on from the last petal, but we're going inside for those petals now to create the swirl of the rose. I'm going to tuck that petal round so that I can join my last bead onto that one there. There's so many different ways of doing 3D flowers. Everybody does it a different way. This way just works best for me. So I'm going to get in the centre section. You want to get your point of your brush, get your brush into a point and get it right in the middle of that bead, and then start working it outwards. And then try and get the end of that little worm that you've made and try and tuck that in so that it swirls right round into the centre. And then I'm just coming back in with that glitter from Diamond Glitters, just dotting a bit of that around the outside of the nail, just so it doesn't look so sort of stuck on. Like if it was a longer nail, I would probably add some leaves and things to it as well. But this is about as small as I can work with 3D flowers. I don't have a delicate hand, I'm afraid. So on this ring finger we're going to do an ombre, I think, with CJP Coral Reef and Birthday Suit. So when I do my ombres I always start right on the free edge and then blend that bead backwards down there. You really want to try and get that blend as smooth as you can so that there's no sort of step when you put your next colour over the top from the cuticle. So again, just patting and pressing, making it as smooth as I can. Again, saves on filing time as well. Actually, watching myself work, I do fanny about a lot. I didn't even realise. Sorry about that. I shall try not in fanny. Oh my god, that sounds so bad. So here I'm coming in with the small bead Birthday Suit. Just tucking it in at that cuticle area, and then I'm going to drag the front of that bead down just to create that ombre there. I can't remember if it was this nail or the little nail that gave me jip. It just did not want to blend. I think it's... You know, sometimes things don't want to work, or you literally can't do the simplest of things some days. It's so weird. And then just coming in with another bit there, just where I thought that it needed it. And I think we do a little glitter trail on this one as well, again with that, yeah, with that glitter from Diamond Glitters again. Just adds a really pretty little teeny subtle sparkle to it. Just when the light moves, it makes it, just gives it a bit of extra something. Again, another ombre on this finger. She literally has the cutest little pinkies. Just look at them, they're so freaking cute. I love them. I'm so sorry if you can hear my children in the background. Just come home from school and obviously full of it. So. Just add another bead there. I didn't quite have a big enough one there, it's a bit wishy-washy, so I'm going to add another one just to make sure that the coverage there that I want. That Birthday Suit again. And then once I'm done, I'm going to cap all the nails in my CJP crystal glass. See that bead there? I see it was a little too big. Again, ombres aren't the end of the world. If you cover your blend, just get another wet bead of the other colour. Yeah. And just bang it over the top. So, just capping this time in the CJP crystal glass. So again, when you're working with coloured acrylic designs with glitters, you know, you've obviously got your base layer, you've got your cap layer, you know, you need your colour layer, your glitter, so you've just got to keep everything thin, 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 and then you won't end up with an over bulky nail. So I'm going to go in and cap this rose, soon to be encapsulated. I just wet my brush and rubbed it into all those little crevices of the rose. It helps when you're capping. It helps the monomer settle into all those little grooves. Helps to stop getting air bubbles stuck in there as well. So just dip your brush in your monomer, give it a wash over your 3D, and then back into your monomer and pick your bead up and place it straight on. Again, because I've got quite a wet bead there, so you can't see properly, and just because it's quite wet, I've tilted that finger right down so that it doesn't flood the cuticle sidewall. Just making sure I've covered every little crevice and gap and everything there. I absolutely love this set. I just think they're so pretty. So simple but yet pretty. It's just really cute. And then the last one, oh no it's not. Last two, just going to cap these ombres. Just getting that apex in there as well. You always want to cap your ombre as well because you know you've spent that time creating that blend and you don't want to go filing it away. So even if you build your apex with your ombre colours, just make sure you at least cap where it starts to ombre so that you're not just going to file it away. So just cleaning my brush up, popping it back, faffing. So just going to show you just filing this pinky because otherwise the video would be, because I left it in real time, it would be crazy long. So going in sidewalls, then my free edge, and then around that cuticle area just to make it nice and flush. Sorry, my dog decided to start playing. Sit down, sit down, good boy. And then coming over the body of that nail again. You just want to get those nice, sexy curves in your nails there. We don't want those flat nails. Best bit. So coming in with my CJP Tack Free Top Gloss. Oh, just look at that colour, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. My dog really wants to play right now. Buddy, stop dying. That's his tail, you can hear battering everything right now. He likes to lay under the table while I'm working. And my clients get their feet kept warm. Stop. Okay. I was going to say, I don't know why we left the whole minute of the lamp in there. Sorry. So, yeah, just going to top coat the other hand, the one that you just watched me doing. While the other hand's cooking. So when they're both finished in the lamp, I'm going to add my cuticle oil. I use the CJP Flower Blast. Absolutely love the smell of it. It's literally like finger perfume. And then show you a shot of the finished design. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Really means the world to me. And there's the finished set. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.